Just trying to get my camera set up in the right spot. We may have to move some stuff around a little bit here, but we're making it. I'm trying to get it to work here. Just give me a minute here. Take a minute. Trying to just put your crotch on TV here. All right, guys, we're just trying to get it figured out here. Can you, Alicia? I'm gonna put some gloves on. Can you tell me if I'm completely blocking the camera? Let me know, guys, how the stream is coming across. We're just kind of getting started here. Oh gosh, earthquake on this lion piece here. Figured we got the time, might as well go live and hang out with you guys.
Unix says, "What's up from Montreal?"
What's going on, man? What is going on?
Lomi says, "What's up from Portland, Oregon?"
Can you adjust this up for me?
Adjust what up?
This, there you go. Right there. Cool. Alright, so, oh gosh, earthquake again. These guys are gonna be sick. Alright. Okay, guys, yeah, let us know where you're watching from. I'm going to get to work here. If you got any questions or anything like that, let me know. I can talk and work somewhat efficiently. Oh, go ahead.
Good morning from Las Vegas.
You gotta come over here and speak up so they can hear in the microphone, because I have a crappy microphone. Hello from Las Vegas?
Yep.
Nice.
And we've got Sofia, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. All right.
Indiana.
All right.
Portland, Texas, Canada, California.
Ooh, all over the place, huh? Nice. Nice. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, we're just kind of continuing to carry on with this lion piece here. Let me know if my head is in the way too much.
Nope, you're good.
All right. We're using police cartridges. I'm rocking the Bishop 1 Packer right now. The Packer, I keep my liner needle in, and my shade of the Bishop 1 shader, I keep, well, the shading needles in, the mags, if you will. And so I just kind of bounce back and forth. If I need a tight needle, this one's loaded. If I want a mag, that one's ready to go. It's just easier than trying to pop needles in and out of the same machine. Not necessary, but just what I'm doing in case anybody gives a poop. All right.
Rick D says, "What's up from Norton, Ohio?"
Norton, Ohio. Hell yeah, man. Not much, dude. Not much. Just making tattoo. That's about it, man.
Eugene says, "What needles do you use with your CNC XW Pro?"
Same needles, man. Same needles. The CNC XW Pro is literally my backup machine. It sits on the table. I haven't had to use it in a while, but it is there in the event I need it. And yeah, I use the same needles, the CNC cartridges. I might be trying out some new needles here. There's been a company that hit me up, and they seem like they got a pretty decent operation going on, and I might try them out, see if I like them. Share that with you guys if it's something I really like. But they're gonna have to be equal to or better than the CNC cartridges, because I really do like these cartridges. Sometimes when you order them, it can take a little while for them to come in. At least that's what I've noticed. But overall, I do enjoy these cartridges. They're my favorite as of right now.
Can you explain your gray wash?
Sure. My first, I have, let's see, 5 caps. My first cap has 100% black in it. The next cap down has 20 drops. Now the cap set you're using make a difference as well. And we'll check these out in a little while and let you guys know what cap. I think they're like 17 is the size. But I'll check that out and let you know. Anyhow, first one's 100% black, just full on dynamic black. The next drop down, the next cap down is 20 drops of black. The next drop down is 10. The next one down is 5. And then I usually will do a 2 or a 3 drop in the final one. And I'm running a 2 drop in my final one today. Then I put anywhere from 6 to 9 drops of bright white, mixing white from Star Bright. And then I fill the rest up with distilled water. And that's it. And I use one of the little cheap mixers from Amazon to mix it all up. And yeah, that's my setup. And I have loved that setup I've been using for a while now. I don't plan on changing it in any time in the near future. Really enjoying it. Gotten used to using it. That's part of the thing too, is you gotta get used to using your gray wash.
Param says, can we shade using the wand packer?
Absolutely. Absolutely, you can shade using the wand packer. A lot of people do. In fact, there's probably more people that just use the packer than there are people that use the shader. I just like the softer hit I get from the shader. Um, but if you trained with any machine, you can do anything with any machine. There's really not such a thing as much anymore as a shading machine and a lining machine. It's up to you what you want to use for a liner, what you want to use for a packer, but you absolutely use the same machine for all of it. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so now I'm dropped into a 5 drop here. And with that white that I mix in there, just a little bit of it, it just makes it to where I can see the tone it's going to be when I lay it in onto the skin.
Pat asks, how many different cartridges are you using?
I've only used 2 so far. I've only been using a 7 bug pin mag and a 5 round liner, but I have a 5 round shader here. I have a 15 round mag and I have a 25 round mag. And I only open them if I'm going to use them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but I want, my favorite size mags are 7, 15, and either a 19 or a 25, just something kind of a bigger mag. And then I just kind of bounce between them. So far I haven't really needed the bigger mag. I could have busted out the 15, and I might bust that out here in a little while, but yeah.
Kyra asks, is the CNC Q2 used for lining and shading?
You can. The Q2?
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah, man. It's got a 3.5 millimeter stroke, but it's got a powerful hit, really, if you ask me. So it's really good for lining, in my opinion. Really good for packing color. And I just got used to shading with it. I mean, people again shade with the Bishop 1 packer, and that's it. Got an even harder stroke to it. I really do. I saw another Q2 the other day from a buddy I was visiting, and he bought one off of the channel, or not from the channel, but because I used it on the channel. And he really loves it, and it was nice to see it again, because I gave mine away in a giveaway a while back, so I haven't really had my hands on one in a while, and I just forgot how small it was. It's pretty much like a Bishop, size-wise, feel-wise. Yeah, it was nice. So anyhow, that is that, guys.
Can you pack color solid with bug pins?
Absolutely, it's all I use. All I use anymore is bug pin, unless I'm using a liner. So I have bug pin liners too, but I like to just kind of use standards most of the time. But yeah, you can absolutely. That's literally all I use. My mags are all bug pin. Number 10 bug pin, not number 8. You can absolutely use number 8s. I just don't really use them that much. They're a little bit too small for me.
The Vincent says, I got the CNC CW2 after watching your reviews. It put my other machines on the shelf.
Yeah, man. It's a good one. It's a good one. Some of these machines I didn't get to use long term, which kind of stinks. So it's nice to hear, what you guys kind of think about them as well.
We have hello from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Nice, nice, nice.
And we've got Florida, Jersey, California.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Jersey.
The UK.
Always. Yeah. Definitely got the UK in here.
BC, Canada, Poland.
So what are you guys working on? Anybody got any tattoos they're working on today, or projects or things coming up that they're excited about or thinking about doing?
Are you using the long packer or shader?
Both. I'm currently using the packer. Packer is what I'm using for any sort of lining stuff I'm doing. And if you see me kind of with a mag in the machine or something with a mag in it, then I'm using the shader. The way I use my machines is a lot of times I'll put the liner needle, the smaller needles, whatever, in the packer, and then obviously my mags will go in the shader, and I just kind of pick them up and use them as I need them.
JJ asks, are you listening to Young Boy?
I don't know. It's epidemic sound, so it's like copyright free music, guys, because if I play music on here that isn't copyright free, then they'll strike the channel, or I don't know, do dumb stuff. It's YouTube, so you gotta play by the rules or get out.
Eugene says, I have a humpback well I'm working on.
Oh, nice, man.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Sebastian says, can you make a video explaining how you do the fur?
Slow and steady. Slow and stinking steady. I'll tell you that right now. Just, you gotta have a reference, and you gotta follow that reference. What I like to do is, right now, I'm going to put like a textured, my shade back here. So I'm gonna put a 5-drop kind of in this darker area here, just to kind of get a base layer. And then I'm gonna come back through with maybe like a 10 with a needle and kind of give it little bits of texture. That's my game plan here. You guys can all watch and see if it works out or not.
JJ says, I got my chest done yesterday.
Woo! Oh, man. Nice, man. Nice.
We have Seoul, Korea in the house.
All right.
CJB says, just ordered more real skin, always getting better.
Yeah, man. That's the stuff to use, guys. Use the real skin. Don't monkey around with that cheap stuff. Ain't worth it.
Marcus says, I've honestly been doing a ritual of tattoo Saturdays. Every Saturday, I do some tattoos on myself.
All right, all right. As long as you put the practice in on fake skin, don't waste your skin, because you will run out of it. But hey, keep them small, you know the drill. Also, guys, this Sunday we're putting out so if you weren't there at the last tattoo critique on Sunday, me and Andy are starting we're gonna put a piece out, like, so a reference, right? Like, and we're gonna put that out this Sunday, and that way you guys can tattoo if you want to. You can download that piece or screenshot that piece or whatever, and then tattoo it if you want. And so we're gonna have a separate email address for people to send it to. So what we'd like to do is every couple weeks put out a new piece for everybody to kind of tattoo, and That way you can see how yours looks compared to other people. Like, what did they come up with? Did they do it in black and gray? Did they do it in color? You know, what did they do compared to what you did? And we'll just take a look at them, you know, and just put our 2 cents in. You just never know what it's going to be, what the image is, right? And, so anyhow, that's coming up. So if you want to hear more about that or be a part of that, tune in on this Sunday, which I guess that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Around 6 p.m. We'll be going live with Andy, and we'll be introducing that piece, and we're going to give you a week or two to do it. So it'll be out tomorrow, and then you'll have about a week or so to get those sent in, if that's something you want to do. If you don't, disregard. Don't even worry about it. Or maybe you just want to give it a little while and see what happens, and then maybe jump into another one later. You can do that too. But anyhow, all right, enough of that.
Christopher says, I got a bunch lined up for next week. Couple micro tats and 1 half sleeve.
Nice. Some micro tats, huh? Nothing wrong with that.
Rick D says, I just did a lion on some real skin last night.
Yeah, how did it go? Hopefully it turned out alright.
Are you using the round mag?
Always using a curved or round mag. Just depends on who you're buying them from. Will dictate what they call them. But yeah, I'm always using a curved mag. I don't use flat mags at all anymore. I haven't used a flat mag in a long time.
Marcus says, I love getting tattoos. One of the best things in the world. Gotten 4 in the past 2 weeks. Might have to hit you up for one.
For sure, man. For sure. September is pretty open, actually. We got the rest of this month is pretty much shot. Well, not shot. It's just booked. But I have plenty of openings in September's next month. Yeah. So if you're interested, now's a good time to maybe inquire. If not, totally fine as well. I'm not like booked out for years or anything close to that, so you can always get in within a few weeks most of the time.
Teabag says
Teabag, all right, my man.
David from South Carolina here,
Good
dropping
name.
in to show support. We'll
Thanks,
watch
man.
the replay later. Busy day today. Best tattoo channel on YouTube.
Oh man, thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Kind words, man. There's a lot of good guys out there doing some good stuff, so I appreciate that.
Randy says, hey Dave, looking good. Watching from Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington. All right.
Jay says, watching this from Thailand.
Whoa.
What printer would you recommend for Stencil?
I would recommend, especially if you're just getting into it, and I still use the stencil maker to this day. That is those black. Where's the camera here? They're like this, whatever. Put the stencil paper in it, click it down, run your paper through it. You can find them on Amazon for like $100. I have a really nice stencil printer. I can just print them right up. But I honestly don't like using it. I don't really like how it works. So I still use the Dragonhawk stinking stencil printer somebody gave me when I first got into tattooing, really. And I thought for sure I was gonna upgrade it, and I have, but I keep going back to that same one. So I just like using it. And I am going to be doing a video in the near future explaining how I make my stencils. I've had a lot of people asking about that. So we'll be doing something like that in the future here.
JJ says, what time will you be live on Sunday?
It should be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's usually when we go live.
Noah says, I paid $230 for a tomato on my butt.
What?
Did I get scammed?
I don't know. How's the tomato look, man? How big is the tomato? Those would be kind of the questions I would be asking. And do you like it? I think if you like it, cuts down on the whether you got scammed or not. If you like it, then well, screw it, whatever. At least you like it.
Shush Inc. says, "Hi Dave,
Hey.
I got hired at a shop.
Right on.
You did a review on my school, and it helped me get in."
On your school?
On his skull, a tattoo that he sent in.
Oh, right on, dude.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congrats, man.
It was the skull in the middle of a chest.
Okay. I'll have to forgive me. I don't remember them all for sure, but
that's awesome.
That's just cool. That's very cool. That is very cool.
Amber says, "I've been getting back into watercolor painting, so that's what I'm doing with my Saturdays and Sundays now."
Oh, watercolor painting. That's good, man. If you... Or girl, whatever. I say man for everything. If you are doing any sort of art outside of tattooing, it definitely helps your tattooing out for sure. Just being involved in some other art form, in my opinion, it does a lot for you.
Toby says, "Hi, what machine are you using and how much voltage? Thanks in advance for the answer."
Sure. Currently, right now, this machine with the liner in it is the Bishop Wand Packer. The other machine I'm using is the Bishop Wand Shader. I just kind of go back and forth depending on what it is I'm trying to do. And this machine, the Packer, you gotta run a little bit slower. I'm running at 6.7 volts. And the Shader, I think, is like 8.4, 8.5, something like that. Usually right in there. And I don't really mess with them. I set the voltage and then that's pretty much it. I don't really change them from there.
Eugene says, "Yeah, Dave, your critiques have helped me too. To promote my work as well, the community that has been built is great, well appreciated."
Oh, that's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Like I said, it doesn't literally do it because I enjoy it, man. It doesn't do my channel anything. I just like doing it. I don't know.
Shashink is the one that was able to get into the shop. He says, "So thank you, bro. After 1 year of scratching, I now am in a good place. I'm doing a lion for my first tattoo there. Any tips?"
Watch the video, I guess. Take your time, man. Take your time. Slow down. I tell myself that all the time because I kind of want to, even now, it's like, oh, let's go, let's get up to there. I want to get to that point. And it's like, no, take your time, take your time. You're going to find a process. I kind of have two. It's like I start with my darks and I put darks in, and then I go down to my next tone and I work that out. And then, you just kind of, over time, you find a process. If you can break things down into a process, it's going to help tremendously. Texture is a real hard one, in my opinion. Some people get it a little more naturally. It doesn't come as natural to me for texture. So animals aren't my favorite, but I do enjoy them, honestly. I've become more of what we did a dog yesterday. That was actually, I enjoyed that. And I'm really enjoying this lion here. But I have to kind of just take it nice and slow, that's all. And just do what you see. Tattoo what you see. To the best of your ability, right? I mean, somebody else could come in here with a whole lot more ability than me and tattoo a lot more than I see. But, yeah. So take your time, man. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Sometimes your mentor, it depends on who your mentor is and where you're at, they can tend to rush you a bit. What's taking so long? Why is it blah, blah, blah? They used to do that to me. I'm thinking, like, is this really how we do this? We rush tattoos, and that's part of the reason why I had to leave there. I just didn't agree with what we were doing. Right or wrong, it didn't matter. I could have been wrong, but I didn't like the rushing thing. So anyhow. you guys are watching, give the stream a like, guys. Support the channel, and that way it helps. It does. It lets other people know, hey, Dave's live, because they don't really let everybody know. It's a weird time of the day too, midday. I don't know. I'm sure where other people are at in the world, it's probably not weird, but here it's kind of middle of the day here.
Rick D says, I'm supposed to be getting myself and kids ready for a birthday party, but I can't stop watching.
Oh no, just keep it running, man. Throw it on the TV or something, and then do it. That's how I do when I'm trying to watch stuff, and Lily's just like, we gotta go, Yep,
Yes.
yep, turn the TV off. But you just don't get it, lady. Yeah, I feel it for you, man. I feel it for you. But it will be live after this, man. Well, not live. I guess it'll be available to watch after. And we're not gonna be live for the whole tattoo or anything, guys. Just for a little while. Pop in, say hi. I haven't gone live in a while for a tattoo, so I thought, well, this isn't a good location. Kind of easy for people to see. Maybe we'll just go live here. But again, the hard part is going slow and taking your time. That seems to be the hardest part.
Marcus says, how many different sized needles are you using and what sizes?
So far, for what you can see here, I've only used a 7 mag and a 5 round liner, standard 5 round liner, and a 7 bug pin curve mag. I did bust a 15 out. I have a 15 here, and I have a 25 mag, all curve mag, but I haven't really utilized them all that much so far.
Sly says, I get that. I work in a hospital and I'm having a hard time pulling away.
Uh-oh.
So that's where all the nurses are.
I know, right? It's like, oh crap, where are they at? Now I know. They could be doing anything. They might be watching YouTube. But you would never imagine. Maybe they're watching a tattoo video. I would never thought that.
That's funny.
Gotta find out what hospital they're in so we don't... Nah, never mind. I'm just kidding. Don't want to go there. How you feeling, Dylan?
Pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Shush Inc. says, have you thought about making a video on how to position clients for hard to reach places, like shoulder, inner bicep, upper or under upper armpit?
I have. I know people have asked for that in the past, but it's kind of like whatever way you can, like I could show you ways, but then there's like 400 other ways as well. Whatever you can do, really, to get them in that position, whatever position you need them in, unfortunately, is what you're going to have to do. There's no like right or wrong way. If you need this area to be tight, then have them bend their leg, you know. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So because there's so many variations, I haven't. I guess that doesn't mean I won't. That's just why I haven't made a video about that yet. But maybe I'll revisit that idea. I will be making a video. The next video I do make will be about how I make my tattoo stencils. Because I've been saying I was going to make that video for a long time now, so I want to make that video. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. My head, I keep putting my head in the way, I think.
No, you're fine. I'm checking both cameras. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shushinks asked, do you rock coils from time to time?
Nope. Nope. No, I just tattoo those on my hand so they look cool, but nope. I gave those up as soon as the first time I used the
The wands looking things.
not a wand, but a rotary pen. I was like, oh, yep, those are dead forever now. And yeah, that's just me. I don't really care for the coils anymore. I liked them. I mean, obviously it was the only thing I knew for a short period of time, but it really didn't take long. And a lot of people will not make the switch out of stubbornness, and I get that. I'm not a big fan of change. Luckily, I hadn't been using them long enough for it to be that big of a deal for me. But I've talked to a few people on YouTube who have left comments and whatnot, and were like, I finally bought me a cheap pen. I've been using coils for 10 years, or however many long it has been. And they're like, holy crap. It's a little bit of a learning curve, they'll say, but just the weight alone is what sells them on it. It's a lightweight. It's so much easier to maintain and handle and whatnot. And yeah, that's literally what drove me to want one, to use one as well. So no, hopefully that long-winded answer helps out.
Says, hey, I caught a live, lol. Not a reaction or a repeat.
Nice. Yeah, these are kind of rare. I haven't done one in a while, so nice catch, honestly. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so big thanks to everybody who's hanging out. And I know, it's a Saturday and people got things to do and whatnot, so appreciate you guys even taking a little bit of time to be here. Like I said, we're not moving at any sort of lightning speed here. We're just trying to stay slow and steady and just let this face sort of develop itself as we go.
Amber says, I left the coil life far behind me.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I can't read this person's name, but they say beautiful work.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
JJ says, I've used a coil for about a year and a half. I used a rotary pen once and didn't care for it.
Oh yeah, see, it's where you get all different walks of life and people who are like, nah, didn't like it. Yep, and that's why they still make coil machines, because they're not. These pens are not for everybody. They are not for everybody. Well, I also do kind of believe it depends on the style you do too. You might not even want to mess with these, or you need to find something that's a real heavy hitter to match the work you do. So, no, I guess that's literally just me. That's just what I like.
Eugene says, just coffee and watching Dave tattoo kind of a day.
Nice, man. Nice chill day, huh? No, I enjoy this kind of tattoos. I mean, even though I just said I'm not a huge fan of tattooing animals, but anything black and gray, I enjoy doing, right? But I haven't really gotten to do a cool lion, like a legitimate lion, so I know a lot of other people we were talking are probably fed up with lions and whatnot. And here I am, like, I want to tattoo a lion. I wouldn't mind tattooing a lion. I still think they're just cool.
David says, sup from NYC.
New York, man. Hey, all right. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on on tiny places in New York, like how much it costs to rent a tiny. Not because I want to go in New York. Trust me. I'm no offense to you. I'm New York's not for me. Okay, it's not the place for me. But YouTube gets you with some random stuff, and you start watching it. Well, I started watching it. Now I'm watching all about all these little tiny apartments in New York, these micro apartments, and all this nonsense. And man, I had no idea how much it costs to live in New York if you're in a certain, borough or whatever the heck they call them. It gets pricey. Um, so anyhow, that's my thoughts on New York.
JJ says, Dave, have you heard of a shop called Liberty Tattoo?
No, I have not. I don't know where that's at. I don't really know of a lot. I don't even barely know of anybody around me who tattoos. And I know there's shops in like Ashtabula and stuff, but I don't really go out. Stay in my hole.
I don't know how to pronounce this person's name,
Mhm.
but they say, I miss all of the check out my tats lives, but love all your work and videos, Dave.
Well, thank you.
Watching from the UK.
Right on. I call that Andyland out there. Andyland. Yeah, I know the live streams are kind of hit or miss sometimes, especially with people all over the globe, different time zones and whatnot. Makes it kind of difficult for everybody to be there at the same time, but yeah, we try to figure it out, but it never seems to work out to where everybody works out for everybody.
David from New York says, Studio 2500.
A studio apartment, 2,500. Yeah. That's not even one bedroom. That's literally a studio. Yeah, yep. That's pretty much what I was. That's pretty much what it was like on YouTube there. It was like these tiny micro little places.
Barely a bed would fit in them.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, this is not bad. Yeah, you could do this, that, and the other, and it's affordable at $1,800 a month. $1,800 a month. My God, I could own several homes. At least mortgage a few homes at that price. Insane. So props to you, man. And they were talking about how people can, come to the city with nothing, and with these price housing, they can really make it work. I'm like, what? So anyhow, you just happened to say you were from New York, and I happen to have been watching that, so that's why I'm, talking like I am. You still doing okay, Dylan?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Shush Inc. says, respect for sticking to one machine. Most people hop from one to another. You use the Packer for shading at lower volts?
I don't really use the Packer for shading. You can. You can run it at higher volts if you want. It all comes down to what you can get comfortable doing, in my opinion. But no, I'm using the Packer for any sort of small detail stuff because it hits harder. It just does the little details, and then the shader for my mag, any kind of shading I want to do. If that makes sense. But I go back and forth because the line actually has quite a bit of texture in it, so I use the Packer quite a bit here because of all those little textures and everything. But I think in a piece like this, a lot of the life is in the texture. So, and this is the dark side of the face. This side is a bit lighter. The light's coming from this side, so we'll lighten up a little bit over here. There's less darkness over here. Still pretty dark. The top up here is very dark. Within reason, I guess we could say. So now, now I'm getting out the shader, 8.4 volts. This is that power supply I reviewed in my last video, the R1 by Bronc, and I still haven't barely charged it, and it's at like a half a battery. So 2,000 milliamps, it's doing good, but like I said, it won't run on the Packer. It'll only run on the shader of these two machines anyhow, because it has over current protection. So if the machine has too much current, it doesn't like it because it triggers it to put it in a safety mode so it doesn't hurt the battery or your machine. That's the idea anyhow.
Dame says, where are you located?
I'm in northeastern Ohio, right at pretty much the corner of Lake Erie and Pennsylvania. top right hand corner.
Valentine says, what do you use to wipe the skin without removing the stencil?
Well, I'm using a blue shop rags. I like these more than paper towels. And I have a little bit of distilled water on these. The stencil is solid right now. It is solid. Watch, oh. See that? Just run my hand right down. It didn't go anywhere, okay? That's the importance of putting on a stencil properly and taking your time and then letting that stencil dry. We let it dry, and we didn't really let it dry for an eternity or anything, like maybe 10 minutes while I got a few other things set up. I usually pick that at that moment when it's drying is when I'm picking my needles that I'm going to be using for that said tattoo. And so yeah, about 10 minutes worth of drying. Don't put the stencil on while the skin is super wet. Use your stencil solution smartly. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see, go to 20 here.
I think this person's name is Tourette's.
Okay, Tourette's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking great already, Dave. I remember watching your first videos.
Oh,
Come a long
yeah.
way from there.
Man, thanks. Thank you. You're not wrong. I agree. It's crazy to think, really. Some tattoos I did on that early days, I probably should take down, but I don't want to because there's people out there who can like appreciate the process, appreciate the journey, like and see what you can do with some hard work and consistency, I suppose. I hope to look back and years from now and go, dang man, and just see how much better we get in 5 years from now, It's just a process, I guess. So this is what I do. So there's the blue towel, fold it in half, water sprayed on there, and then fold it in half again. Mash it down so a little bit of that moisture's coming through, and that's pretty much it. And then we just use a little bit of, I'm using Vaseline, guys. The new Inky's ingredients, I'm not a big fan of it currently. I'll have to buy it again maybe and see if they changed it again, but I don't know, it's just cheaper for me to buy the individually packed Vaseline containers currently. Again, not saying that anything bad about Inky's, I still like them. I just I don't know, I just didn't really enjoy the last time I bought it. Maybe I got some crap, I don't know. Just wasn't my favorite. It didn't feel right. It was too slimy, and so anywho.
CJB says use after inked. It's the best.
After inked?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Alright. Never used it, obviously. I will look into that. Where can you find that at? Certain companies, distributors sell different stuff, I think, so.
Shush Ink says I shower with green soap. Highly recommended.
What? No, I mean green soap is just a soft soap, really. So I mean, you could probably get away with showering with green soap. Sure, not gonna kill you or anything.
I think that would dry you out like crazy.
I honestly have no idea. Probably. I don't really use much green soap tattooing still. I think I mentioned this a while back in a video that you're far better off just using some distilled water. I will use it like right before I go on a break or something, just to give it a real good wipe down so we can all see what the heck's really going on, But aside from that, I don't use a lot of it. At the end, I will, slather it up in the green soap just to kind of see what I got. Clean it off real good.
CJB says, comes in a black jar. The white one is aftercare.
Okay. Comes in a black jar. Huh. Alright. Definitely never seen it. Pretty sure I just broke the camera again.
I just realized they're probably getting the sound from the AC.
Probably. I ain't turned the air conditioner on. I love everybody, but not that much. I don't know for the AC to get turned off.
Eugene says, have you tried any numbing creams yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what brands they are. It's not like I went out and bought them, but I've tattooed plenty of people lately with numbing creams. And it's, as long as you follow the instructions on them, I'm not against them, really. I used to think I was kind of like, I don't want anything interrupting the ability to make a tattoo, yada yada. But honestly, if it helps a person get through a tattoo, I'm kind of down for that. It lets me work faster, more efficiently and whatnot, so yeah. Definitely down. Again, downside, the problems happen when people don't follow the instructions most of the time. You need to put it on a certain amount of time before the tattoo. You need to wrap it in saran wrap. You know, don't leave it on for too long. Follow the instructions. But yeah, I have had just fine operating. Some people, I was very grateful they were using it, because man, there were some tricky spots and not too long ago. Time? I don't know. Words aren't coming out properly right now.
Michael says, they say 27 numbing cream is the best.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Try that one out. Somebody on YouTube did a video actually testing them out, testing different ones out. I don't remember who that was or what that whole dealio, but YouTube is still a vast amount of information out there. You can always do some research and see what you come up with. But yeah, I'm fine with it. The stuff I've used had really no problems.
CJB says you can get it anywhere, Amazon or on Amazon.
Okay.
It's a non-petroleum jelly, so it doesn't remove stencil at all, with grape seed oil.
Okay.
Shush Ink says, I believe green soap was made for African American people as shampoo.
Oh, okay.
Also, for some reason, it always feels like AC is not working while you tattoo. Just makes you hot.
Right.
Eugene says Tyler Nolan did one on number 27 on his YouTube.
Ah, Tyler Nolan, man. I haven't watched him in a while, man. I love Tyler. Just a fun individual, man. All right, guys, we're gonna go for about like 20 more minutes. So if you got any last questions, get them in. You'll be okay, man. We're gonna give Dylan a break here in a few minutes, so might be less, maybe like 10 minutes. I don't know, guys. Just so I'd bop in for a few and say hi. Don't forget to give the video a like for Alicia coming down here, helping me out for a few minutes, going live. Alright. Don't do it for me. Do it for her. The mysterious person behind the questions. And then again, guys, if you want to check this out later, most of you guys already follow me on social medias and all that jazz. But DaveInks.88 on Instagram and on Facebook, Death Punch Inc. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know. It depends if I post this on Sunday or if I wait till Monday to post it. But nonetheless, show it some love when you see it. Since you were here watching it be done.
Eugene says, great work, Dave. Catch you and Andy B tomorrow on Live Critique.
That's right, man. That's right. We will see you guys there for sure. Gonna be fun. Gonna be fun again, guys. That's when we're gonna introduce the tattoo of the week, we'll call it. And that is gonna be the piece that we'll make available to download. It's not Stencil. That's up to you guys to make your own stencil of it. But it's just something basic that has a few fundamental things in it, some lines that you kind of have to perform, you know, in the tattoo. And yeah, it's just gonna be something fun, you know. I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm gonna practice. What am I gonna practice? Well, this gives you an opportunity to practice something that maybe a lot of other people are also gonna practice. So when we review it, you can compare how you did maybe to what other people came up. It's like, oh crap, and you'll really start to see the different ideas, the different mindsets that people have and whatnot. And it will help you with your work. So anyhow.
Michael says, keep the awesome work up, Dave. Love your work. I'm heading back to work. Gotta make that money. I'm saving for my Bishop Packer.
Oh, all right. Right on, man. There are plenty of other machines that cost less, right? I'm not sponsored by them, so I don't really care. I can tell you whatever I want. I think there's plenty of other machines that, for less money, that do just as good of a job. I like the machine. It's fantastic, but you can get plenty of other machines that have a 4.2 millimeter stroke on up that perform very well and will cost, you know, a fraction of the price. Plenty of them out there. Just look for something with the right stroke length, and then maybe just YouTube a video on it and see what's out there. See what people have to say about that. But anyhow, yeah, what's going on here? Doing all right. We're doing all right. All right, guys. Couple more minutes. Couple more mini nuts. All right, how long have we been going for? Oh, let's see here.
53 minutes.
53
54
minutes. All right. I'm going to jump over and we're going to throw this eyeball in there, guys, and then we'll jump out of here. I'm going to give Dylan a break. I've been beating up the same area of his leg here for a while now. My head in the way.
Actually, kind of, sort of. Just
You can just move it if you need to. Like I said, this is the last part of the live section here. So, again, guys, I just taking my time. Using the Packer as my liner here.
CJB says, just got an iPad Pro 11-inch 2021. I'm super excited. It'll be here in 2 days.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome, dude. Learn as much as you can. Get Procreate and just spend some time. Make some practice stencils. Figure out your layers, you know. Work with brushes, whatnot. If you're looking to just straight draw in Procreate, it's going to be a learning curve because it's a screen and it's not like paper and pencil. But if you're designing and whatnot, man, it is a big deal in my opinion. It's night and day. Gonna change your world, change the time it takes you to make stuff. I remember sitting there with a light table and just over and over make a mistake, crumble it up, throw it away, start again, whatever. Making copies and Lincoln putting two pieces together. Anyhow, I could go on forever, but you probably already know the drill. Anyhow, yeah, and this just eliminates so much of that. And so, congrats to you, man. Congrats to you. You don't need a tablet or an iPad in order to make good tattoos or stencils, but it helps tremendously. So, anyhow.
Your head's still in the way no matter how
My head's in the
much
way?
you turn it.
Oh, okay. I can just back my head up a little bit. I don't have to be so close.
They also say looking good, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support, man. Appreciate it. Good stream of light, guys. Like I said, just gonna be a short hour-long one.
CJB also says I will be designing my own flash.
Right on. Yeah, that's part of the fun too. Put out what you want to do, and find people that want what you want to do. I haven't really done that. I've just been constantly doing whatever people want me to do, which is fine because it's fun. It's fun. And if it's black and gray, then I enjoy it the most. But color is certainly fun as well. But what's up?
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. Dakota says, I just got the Stigma Balm.
Mm-hmm.
It has changeable strokes from 3.0 to a 4.0 stroke.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I prefer direct drive machines, just preference, not that swash plate machines are bad or anything. I just wish, and I understand why they haven't made one yet, but it'll be nice whenever they make one. Maybe there is one, I don't know. That is direct drive, adjustable strokes. That would be cool.
Michael says, I have some 4.0 strokes and some 3.5. I just want to try the Bishop.
Gotcha. Yeah, I get it. I was the same way, man. That's why I was like, I had plenty of machines. Obviously, there was some companies sending me machines and whatnot, but I still wanted to try that Bishop 1 series. And, I stuck with them. I like them. Because it's a 2-machine system for me. The shader and the packer. And I could probably figure out how to shade with the packer, but I just really figured out how to shade with the shader. And I like it. I could be a bit more aggressive with the shader and not cause as much damage. The packer, you're gonna cause a little bit more damage. Not damage in a bad way, but it's gonna obviously hit the skin harder. So you have to be a little bit more cautious, in my opinion. And also in that how I make my stencil video, I literally don't line anything. There's no lining whatsoever. Once you manipulate it on Procreate, it literally comes out like this. Print it, slap it on the skin. It's easier, in my opinion. Because I can get a little bit too crazy and line out more than I should. That's where my downfall is at there. Alright, guys. Well, we're about to get out of here. Give the stream a like if you can. Subscribe if you're not already. I appreciate all 40, 50 of you guys being here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, peace. Could you hit the button, my dear?